I heard Elon Musk say that if you're on a private, like if you're just on an island, right? I was gonna say a private island, but if you're just on an island and you have $1 trillion, that money is quite frankly worth nothing because you can't do anything with it. Like you cannot do anything with it, literally. And it kind of made me think about why we're doing what we do and for what reasons we do them. Um, like I've talked to so many people that say they just want to make good enough money. They want to make a lot of money. They say, and I used to be that too, where I just want to make a shit ton of money. But now I'm starting to like change my mind way more because what it really is just it's just time compressed. It just compressed time into a piece of paper or a number on the screen. Because it is like time is like the saying time is money and money is time is really true. Like it's just true. Like it's just straight up true. Because people have value. Like people have just the thing is like with money, like how it's just crazy if you look at the story of money. It's like we have just like first we had gold because it was rare and we used that as currency because it was rare. We could like carry it in like golden coins and we could, first of all, like where all of this started in the first place was just I had milk, you had bread, I wanted bread and you wanted milk. Let's just trade it, right? But then it was like I then we have like I have milk, this other person have bread, and this third person have eggs. And I want the bread, but the guy that has the bread does not want my milk. He wants the eggs, right? So like how would that be? So then money started to become a concept of like precisely like golden coins, where instead of me trading with him because he didn't want my thing, but I wanted his thing, I would just give him like a universal thing of value, and which we call money, and then I give that like he gives me the bread, and I give him the piece of paper that he then can exchange to the guy that has the eggs, who wants who doesn't want the other guy's milk, right? So pretty much money is just so it's quite funny to think about. Like money is just something you give to people that like something you give to people that don't want anything from you, pretty much, other than the money. Like they don't want anything from you, but you want something from them, but they don't want to give it to you for free. So they want to like gain something from it. Like they want to have something potentially valuable that they could use in the future, which is money, right? They could use it on something else. So that concept is like money is worthless without people. And people have people have for so many years now been economically valuable for the economy, because we have quite frankly been the only ones who could do that economically valuable work until AI. Until AI just suddenly appeared out of nowhere. And yeah, it will definitely be an interesting time. It is definitely an interesting time that we live in today. And it will not get less interesting, I think. It will just come so many curveballs left, right, and center, where we have no idea what will happen, we will have no idea what even hit us in the first place. And I think, you know, people think it's scary. I thought it was scary until I just went like, fuck that. I don't want to be scared. I just want to look at, like, there's this mindset that instead of looking at stuff as being like uncertainty as being something scary, like, oh, it's scary, bro, you know, something like that, you know, just look at it as being adventure. That's how I've overcame a lot of my, like, overcame the fear, like a lot of the fear that I have of uncertainty. And my fear of uncertainty is still there. Of course, I'm human, I'm imperfect. But it's way better because you just look at it as being a challenge. You look at it as being a video game at the end of the day, which is, it quite literally is, because, you know, video games, I'm pretty sure they are inspired by life, but to just extreme ends, and also like very small time horizons where you just get dopamine hits way faster than in real life. I just got a message from my mom, which is nice. Yeah. And yeah, I think it will be an interesting time to live in. But it will be hard. It will be like, just like you have growing pains, you know, in your leg, right? Whenever you sleep, you'll like be asleep and then like, oh fuck, my leg, oh it hurts, because, you know, the growing pains. I think that would be the case for the entire world, I believe. But I think we will come out of this on the better, like with how do I say this? I think we will come out on the better end of it. Yeah, I think so. I'm optimistic for this. People say, oh, you know, AI will take our jobs. Yes, AI will do that. But then you just question the question, you know? Was the job even a thing you wanted in the first place, and was it even, quote unquote, you know, natural, and like natural, you know, was it even natural in the first place? Maybe not, because, you know, we humans had to survive, and I think we've come to a point where instead of having to survive, now we strive. I think this is like the new chapter of humans, and I'm really excited for that, because we will get forced to get out of this mindset of being, like I talked about this, like explorer or exploit mode. We will get forced, quite literally get forced to go out of this exploit mode, because, or, you know, not forced, some people will get hugely addicted, like extremely addicted to stuff, but most people will be able to calm down, focus on other things, just like other people, not other things, like other people and themselves, on their health, on things they love to do, and people they love to be with, instead of having to try and survive. And it's crazy. Like I talked to a guy, and we talked about, like, he said something, you know, it really hit me, which was that he said that you gotta love your job, because you will be stuck with it for 8 hours every day for the rest of your life. And that hit me so hard, because that's so true. But I don't like the fact that it's true. I don't really like it. But of course we have like this you know, cringe as fucking quote, which is You will if you love what you do, you will never. If you love your job, you will never work a single day in your life or whatever. Could be something true with that. But I also believe that, you know, if you're an accountant and you would do that for as your hobby, you could do that, but I'm pretty sure not that many people would actually do it as their hobby. Like I'm programming. I'm making an app that I'll talk about later when I launch it. And this is something I would do either way. Like it's just so freaking fun to make. It's just so much so fun, I think, to make it and design it. And I would do it either way if I failed or not. Like I'm not making money from this. Like my parents, the thing is like my parents be like, "Why do you do this?" And I'll be like, "I think it's fun." They'll be like, "But you don't make any fucking money from it." And I'll be like, "So what?" And of course, it might just be me being stupid, ignorant, and 19 years old with no huge responsibility, no kids, no house, no car, no mortgage. I'm not planning to get a mortgage either way, but you get my point. I still think that we need to think more like kids and dream more and do stuff because we think it's fun and not because we think it needs to be done. And because we, quote unquote, have to, because I don't think we have to do anything. That's a video for another day. I don't think we have to do I don't think we have to do shit. I don't think we have to drink water. I don't think we have to eat. I don't think we have to sleep. We don't have to do anything. But there are conditions, however, which is if you want something, you have to do something else. So the thing is like, you don't have to drink water, but if you don't drink water, you will die. So if you want to live, you have to drink water. So, there's no thing you need to do. There's only conditions, or requirements, you could say. Yeah, this video was quite the ramble. It was just me trying to do other types of formats than just holding you guys in my hand, which is my phone, by the way. And just talking about a small idea. I know that this is quite the big of a topic, and this might not get the reach that I want because it's going into very a lot of different directions instead of going deep into one topic. But I do think it's fun. So it's back to the fun concept again. I think it's fun. That's why I do it. I just enjoy it. I don't know if I've said this, but I talk to myself in my head all the time. Just like this. I actually pretend like I'm on a podcast or filming a video or something in my head, pretty frequently throughout the day. And it just feels natural for me to do this at this point. It felt way incredibly weird at first. Of course it did, but now it just feels natural. And yeah, so fucking what? If it's not getting views, I just enjoy it, right? Hopefully you enjoyed it as well, if you're even here in the first place. And I will see you tomorrow.